In this video, we tell you the incredible success story of Amazon, from how Jeff Bezos built the retail empire to prominence. Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. If you're new here, kindly hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to get more videos like this. Let's get started without further ado. Amazon is currently the world's leading retail brand. Today, it is the second company with the highest brand value worldwide in 2022, only surpassed by Apple. This means that it is ahead of giants like Google, Microsoft, and Disney. In addition to this, the founder and first CEO of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, was crowned as the richest man in the world for years, on lists like Forbes, with a current patrimony valued at 1.7 billion euros. Everyone knows that Amazon was born in a garage in Seattle, began selling books on the internet, and its initial capital barely exceeded $10,000. But the history of the company, which celebrated its 25th anniversary in 2019, is much longer and more complex. So that you know absolutely everything about the electronics commerce giant, we have prepared a chronology with the most important events in its history, from its precarious birth in 1994 to the present. A small company born in Seattle in 1994. On July 5th of a certain year, Jeff Bezos and his now ex-wife, Mackenzie Scott, established a small online bookstore that was located in a garage and started with an initial capital of just over $10,000. Bezos had quit his job at D.E. Shaw & Company, a Wall Street firm, a year earlier to focus on this new venture. The company was named after the Amazon River, which Bezos found to be exotic and fitting for his grand vision. Although his initial choice for a name was Cadabra, he changed it due to a misunderstanding by his brand counselor. Within a month of launching, Amazon.com was already selling in all US states and 45 other countries, and a year later, the site had 2,000 daily visitors. The IPO in 1997. Amazon goes public at $18 per share, which at the time gave it a market value of $300 million. The company continues to grow, and as demand increases, Amazon opens a second fulfillment center in Newcastle, Delaware, to supply its customers on the East Coast. This would be the beginning of a whole network of facilities that in successive years would continue to be established throughout the United States. In 1998, the company decided to expand its offer and add books, CDs, and DVDs. The music section launched with 125,000 titles, far more than a physical store could accommodate at the time. In addition, it allowed buyers to listen to song clips and view recommendations before purchasing an album. Setbacks in the form of lawsuits. Those years had also had some black spots in the history of Amazon. On May 12, 1997, shortly before going public, Amazon received a lawsuit from Barnes & Noble, a large book company, which refused to accept that Amazon advertised itself as the world's largest bookstore. Filing the lawsuit at that time was a clear statement of intent for the company, as they were trying to torpedo the company's IPO. Today, it is difficult to think that a company like Barnes & Noble would sue Amazon, but at that time it was far ahead in sales as far as books are concerned. It wasn't until 2022 that Amazon managed to sell more books than this competition. A year later, it would be Walmart that would sue Amazon, although in this case for having stolen trade secrets and for having hired senior executives who were previously at Walmart. After these, more lawsuits have come against the company, but their importance is because Amazon at that time was a much smaller company than it is now. The first lawsuits were not resolved quickly at all, but they did end up in an out-of-court settlement to prevent the processes from taking too long. The patent that changed everything in 1999. In 1999, Amazon patented the one-click functionality. This is the idea that consumers could enter billing, shipping and payment information just once, and then they could buy as much as they want simply by clicking the button on their mouse, without having to re-enter any data. Amazon sued its direct rival, Barnes & Noble, for infringement of that patent, forcing other websites to license the technology until the patent expired in 2017. Although the company weathered the downpour of the dot-com bubble of 1997 to 2001, it did not emerge unscathed. Amazon's stock peaked at nearly $106 per share in late 1999, but subsequently fell sharply. Such was the blow that the company had to lay off 15% of its workforce before the share price recovered. This same year, Time magazine named Bezos Person of the Year, calling him the king of electronic commerce. Since 2000, the Amazon logo features a curved arrow running from A to Z, representing that they carry all products from A to Z, with the arrow shaped like a smile. The leap into clothing in 2002. Amazon announces its partnership with several major clothing companies, thanks to which it will offer up to 400 clothing brands on its platform. Officially, the company is no longer an online bookstore, and after clothes came electronic devices, toys, kitchen utensils, and even magazine subscriptions. This sees the company start generating additional revenue by licensing its platform to other e-commerce sites such as Borders.com or Target.com. And also, it represents a boost to the marketplace and an opening to new and large product makers. All useful and requested by anyone. Amazon Prime benefits in 2005. In February 2005, Amazon launched Amazon Prime. This subscription service is very similar to today. From the beginning, Amazon Prime gave users unlimited 2-day delivery of more than 1 million in-stock items for $79 a year. Luckily, that price has been reduced considerably, also thanks to the fact that more and more are subscribing as Prime customers. Shortly thereafter, the company launched Fulfillment by Amazon (FBA), which allowed small businesses to use Amazon's infrastructure. This made it easier for small companies to sell products on a global market. The Kindle arrived in 2007. Amazon unveiled its highly anticipated ebook reader, the Kindle, shortly before the Christmas shopping season, pricing it at $399. Just a year later, Amazon acquired Audible for $300 million, a company that offers a library of 80,000 audio programs across the US and Europe. This acquisition came only 2 months after the launch of the Kindle. Currently, Audible holds more than 40% of the audiobook market and allows users to purchase and download audiobooks to their preferred devices. Additionally, users can store their audiobooks on this platform and even read them using an electronic reader. Amazon viewed this acquisition as a wise investment for the future. However, with the introduction of the Kindle, tensions begin to arise between the publishers and Amazon.com. The company wanted to sell new ebooks at a fixed price, well below what new print books were selling for, prompting many complaints from the publishing industry. In 2009, the company introduced its first publishing line, Amazon Encore, dedicated to self-published and out-of-print famous books. It also allowed people to publish their ebooks. In 2011, they launched Amazon Publishing to develop and publish their titles. That year, Amazon announced that Kindle ebooks were selling more than all print books. The purchase of the Washington Post in 2013. BEZOS acquires a major U.S. national newspaper for $250 million in addition to its affiliated publications. Jeff Bezos becomes the sole owner of the newspaper, thus acquiring a powerful propaganda tool for his company. Its former CEO, Donald Graham, claimed at the time that proven tech and business genius Jeff Bezos, his long-term vision and decency make him a particularly good owner for the Post. This consolidated Bezos' investment, although many pointed out that by having a newspaper of such caliber, the American giant and its leader gained the ability to influence political spheres. Mobiles also arrived in 2014. The company can't stay without trying to take advantage of the smartphone market and launching Fire Phone. The device was a complete failure, and the company, in addition to assuming losses, had to stop its production the following year. But it's not all bad news. That same year, Amazon bought Twitch Interactive, the video game streaming company, for $970 million. The deal not only boosts Amazon's own game production division, but also helps attract the community to its cloud platform, Amazon Web Services. Also coming in 2014 is the smart speaker that uses a voice-controlled personal assistant service known as Alexa. It was in November 2014 when it appeared to compete with Apple's Siri and Google's Cortana. Smart speakers and physical stores opened in 2015. This year, Amazon opens its first physical store in Seattle to market its Kindles and sell books. It currently has 15 bookstores spread across several cities in the United States. In addition, the company advertises its Amazon Echo smart speaker that works with its virtual assistant Alexa, and markets it on both its website and in 3,000 stores across the country. Over the years, this virtual assistant has gained unprecedented fame and has broken sales records. In addition, Amazon's proposal achieves that more than 4,500 manufacturers have 28,000 products compatible with Alexa. And little by little, it is adding more functions to its repertoire, which makes it an element to consider in homes around the world. The pandemic that was missing in 2020. After a 5-year ellipsis in which Amazon continues to grow and grow, the coronavirus pandemic hits the entire planet. While this event has been devastating for most companies, Amazon reported its biggest profits in its history. Revenue in 2020 grew 38% to $386 billion as people stayed home and shopped online. Specifically, the giant shot up its revenues, mainly coinciding with the mandatory quarantines that took place across the planet in the second quarter of 2020. Its revenues in that period grew by 40%, reaching a total of $88.91 million. Then Bezos says goodbye as CEO in 2021. After more than a quarter of a century amassing a fortune and dominating markets, Jeff Bezos announced that as of the third quarter of 2021, he will leave his position and go on to occupy a new role in the company as executive president. Bezos was replaced as CEO by Andy Jassy, who became the second CEO in Amazon's history on Monday, July 5, 2021, in addition to its current president. Before concluding this story, it's important to mention that Andy Jassy, who was born in 1968 in Scarsdale, New York, to a family of Jewish and Hungarian background, joined Amazon in 1997. He played a crucial role in the development and success of Amazon Web Services, AWS, the firm's cloud computing platform, from its very beginning, and he served as CEO of AWS from April 2016 to July 2021. And before establishing AWS, Jassy held several high-level management roles at Amazon, including positions in business-to-business and business-to-consumer areas. Is it possible to overlook Bezos' influence in creating and overseeing the growth of Amazon, which has now become the largest company in the world? That's all for today, folks. Thank you for spending some time with us. If you found this video interesting, let us know what you think in the comment box. Make sure to hit the like button and notification bell, and subscribe to our channel to get access to more interesting videos from us. While you are here, kindly click on one of the other 2 videos you see on your screen. See you there.